Audentes fortuna juvat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir, Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where. And here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat! See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing. Sir.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, I won't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
저는 K폰경을 호위하는 병사입니다.
I'm a soldier and Lord Capon's bodyguard. My job is to defend him with my life.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band. So why should I trust you?
상대방을 설득하여 상황을 해결할 수 있습니다. 대화의 아래 선택지를 통해 어떻게 반응할지 선택할 수 있습니다만 주의하세요. 상대방이 당신을 믿어야 설득할 수 있습니다. 좀 늘었네. 상대방을 납득시키는 것으로 많은 상황을 해결할 수 있습니다. 대화장에서는 어떻게 반응할 것인가와 관련된 여러 선택지가 주어집니다. 하지만 주의하십시오. 상대방이 항상 당신을 믿을 거라는 보장은 없습니다. 소지한 돈, 상대방과의 평판. 저거는 이제 가문인가? 오케이. 특사로서 동맹을 제안하려고 왔습니다. 우리 병사들이 도적단 소탕을 돕겠습니다. 아, 잠깐만. 화술인 14. 이게 11. 이게 16. 이게 전투구나. 우리 병사들이 도적단 소탕을 돕겠습니다.
We want to negotiate an alliance, and we can help you with those bandits. Together, we'll put them in their place, as a sign of goodwill. And then you'll escort us to Trotsky, and everything will be explained. You'll see.
Judging by the looks of you, your help might well come in handy. All right.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone let a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God, what kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in
hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
그만한데.
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Go away, Lots. You'll get nothing from me.
하스경에게 계획이 무엇인지 물어보시오. 머트, 조용히 임마.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
I assume you can hear that damn dog of yours barking. Can you sort him out?
How many times do I have to tell you? I ain't playing with you.
Why not?
Because you cheat.
머트, 아,
Huh?
똑같이 X를
And how come you
눌러서.
always win
Mutt!
then, eh?
What's all the fuss about, Mutt?
An easy
Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
기다려볼까, 5층? 아, 우리 걔한테 줄 만한 먹거리가 없을까요?
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
머트한테 물리고 싶진 않겠죠?
Hey, Oates. Didn't you notice the way Mutt was looking at you? You're lucky I called him off, but I might not be on time next time. So it would be better if you got on his right side. So give him that sausage, eh?
So that's your way, is it? Suit yourself then. Take the damn sausage since it's so important to you. But I'll remember what kind of fuller you are.
명성 잃었어, 씨. 자, 됐다. 머트, 다시 와.
Heel!
일로, 일로, 일로. 머트, 밥 먹자.
Here, Mutt!
오케이. 머트 일로 와. 왜 이렇게 안 오냐? 칭찬할게.
Come here, boy.
귀여워. 자, 대화.
Henry, oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
제가 잘 처리했죠. 이건 너무 잘난 척하는 것 같은데. 기분 나빴습니다.
It looked for a while like we'd be charging at each other.
I must say, I wasn't expecting that bastard to start on me.
Yeah, I could tell.
But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologized to us. If Hannah had seen it, maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay?
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
해결했습니다. 대련을 시작할까요?
Can we start with the swordplay?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready?
자, 튜토리얼 시작.
Let's start. Draw your sword.
고. 아까 착용했는데?
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
I just can't.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Well, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
연기 기술을 사용하시오.
I'm still as fresh as a daisy. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
키가 바뀌었구나. Come on. Come on. Come on. 해봐. 아, 막고
That's the
있으라고.
way.
카운터 치지 말고.
Good.
Cover.
Good.
막는 거 되게 쉬워졌네. 전에 Q 버튼이
Nice. Good.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
Pretty good.
오,
You're doing great, Henry. Nice.
전투는 많이
But what about a
개선되네.
riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it.
반격.
I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready.
그다음에 바로 공격.
Sweet.
들어와.
Good, Henry. Well,
아프겠다.
you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Nice.
좀.
Got ya.
I thought you wanted to teach
That's
them
이게
something.
Toss.
머리 찌르기.
Nice, Henry. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
좋습니다. Q를 누른 다음에 번호를 또 눌러야 돼? 이건 불편한데? 엔터 누르면
100?
아 클릭하면 되네.
How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard.
자 해봅시다. 한 스케이프 공격. 오, 와,
Well, a good
맞았다.
start.
와씨, 야좀 한다. 찌르기가 잘 돼.
Nice technique. Did you see that?
막아야 돼가지고 연속 공격은 쉽지 않은데. 왜 에임이 너무 팍팍 도는데? 오케이. 오케이. 언제 끝나는 거야?
That hit home.
대화? 오마이갓. 잠깐. 도발하기. Come on.
You're a dead man! You know that?
Cut the bullshit and fight.
에이,
Now we're even.
동점이. 스태미나 회복. 오케이. 머리. 머리. 손목.
You won, but I held my own. I yield. Enough.
확실히 전투가 나아지긴 했는데.
Fuck's sake, you're unstoppable. Oh, you won the bet, fair and
쉽진 않네.
square.
오케이.
I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
아 지금 미수금 달아놓는다고? 씨. 얘 봐라. 자, 식사 시간인가요?
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
라타이에서도 제가 이겼잖아요.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day.
절대 인정하네.
We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
힘, 화술이 중요해. 화술을 좀 올려줘야 돼 처음에. 남편 일은 제가 알아서 잘 정리했습니다.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we'd dragged you home right away.
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot.
Throwing groschen around like that. Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
야, 우리 했어.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
아, 지금 성인들이 치지 말고 우리 했어 근데. 제 연인입니다. 용기만 있다면 뭐든 할 수 있어요. 테라사는 아무 일도 없었습니다. 아 이거 너무 쑥맥 같잖아. 제 연인입니다. 용기는 뜬금 용기는 뭐야? 용기 드림은 제 연인입니다.
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ach, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
집요한 아저씨들 진짜. 자, 그럼 잘 들으세요. 예?
Listen up. I'll tell you what that girl can do. The wildest she-cat I know. So when she's stripped off...
Enough, enough. You want to be a chivalrous
잘 끊었다,
knight,
한스.
and you talk like that about a damsel? For shame.
얘기가 이렇게 흘러갈 줄 몰랐어.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
자, 개조련, 은신, 생존, 학문. 은신이지. 은신이 내 취향입니다. 저는 계속 여기 있었는데요.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see him?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
폼 자세히 아는 사람? 중요한 위치에 있는 귀지구입니다.
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the royal chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
자, 검, 중병기, 맨손 전투, 사격술. 검이지. 이 게임은 검을 잘 들어야지. 아, 메이스도 쓰고 싶은데 나중에. 검은 훌륭한 무기죠.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
분위기 어쩔 거야.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won. So Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state. Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
걱정이 많으시구만.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
there's more chance of me becoming a monk.
철 좀 들어라.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ballsack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans.
못 말린다.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Hear that singing? They must be close.
저희들을 눌렀나 보네.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer.
수그려 수그려. 오.
Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
돌을 던지라고. 재밌네.
Pana je u oltáře, kleká si před paráže, oči se mu dlaně, jak jí kouká na mě, ale... Pana v poli na chvilku rozhalila košilku, vidět byl jen kousek, báby křižujou se, aleluja domine, aleluja domine. Pana je u muziky, směje se na chasníky, ty jen pijou jedí, Pána sama sedí, aleluja domine, aleluja.
Henry, I told you to... Fucking God, you're a
여기서 뚫리는 거 아니야?
You've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
Hey! Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs!
That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Off his horses, quick!
Oh, Mott. What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait! Ah! Fuck!
말하고 뽑으라고.
We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'd lead the way.
토도다.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
제가 아버지건 갖고 있는데. 누군가 당신 찾고 있습니다.
We'll get out of the woods and find somewhere. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. So, how far is it to Trotsky?
캡스록 누르면은
There's someone in front of us! Down!
손에 따라가는 거 똑같고 전작이랑.
They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge.
We can't
keep
go
your
this
eyes
way.
peeled,
Go
right?
around.
You two, go up there. Get a move on. You watch this side of the rocks. And you, go to the pond. They didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond. I want to know. Then come back and give me a full report.
Sacre.
Footprints.
He'll see us. We'll have to wait.
You honestly think we could
Get
swim
to
all the
work.
fucking way across?
Shut up, or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Stumbling about in the pitch black, when all your torch does is blind you.
Leave it out. Captain mistaken man before. Better than them children.
Maybe. But I still can't see a bloody thing. We've
got to get to that tree trunk up ahead, quietly. There's more of them up top. Fuck.
치워라.
I played dice against Lefty yesterday.
They're coming here! Stand still!
You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they try to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere.
Run!
in the back.
Quick!
Why are we moving now instead of being high up? Because he's getting from there through the foliage. But we will set
No, fuck, they're in front of us! Quick, into the rocks!
Where are you, you prick? Whatever! They're playing into the rock! Hurry! Run around! We'll catch them at the top!
여기 있는데? 뭐하냐?
What now?
Hey? Hans! There's more of them up top!
Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
Where now, for fuck's sake?
또 지쳤어?
Hey! Get over here!
야,
Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us!
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake!
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
너는 망을 보고 도망갈 퇴로를 찾아보라고. 아이템으로 들어가는 홀을 찾으시고. 막혔는데? 그 입구랑 앞쪽 얘기하는 거였어?
Ah, fuck! Where's Capon? He must have fled from them through the other gorge. I have to find him.
Never mind. Strange.
무슨 만나는 사람?
Hans! Hey, Hans!
한스 어디 갔어?
Where is he?
I'll show you! We're under attack!
또 어떻게? 대화한다고?
Get out of here right now!
다시 해야지. 찾아?
There's a path, but through fissures. Ah, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
동물의 사체? 도망갈 만한 데 있다.
Where the hell did you get to? There were soldiers there, so I set off after you. Corva. That was a hellish maze. Let's go then.
나 먼저 가.
You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit! Christ! Shit!
성공해가지고 천천히 때려야겠다. 오이.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house. If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job.
꿈이야? 엔딩에서 봤던 풍경인데?
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Ah. Now, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
그래도 아버지시죠.
Am I? Am I dead? Not yet. I'm dead, though.
Well, if I'm not, then how come?
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up. Pull yourself together, Henry. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
뭐야? 세상에 혼자 옷 입었어?
Where am I? Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot down hawk.
이걸 사라?
And that fella landed with you. And he broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
아니 반스까지 벗겨 입었냐고.
What are you wearing? Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all.
And where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up. How are you holding up?
나쁘지 않군요.
It's not so bad.
All right. That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. As long as you talk, I know you're hanging in there. Henry, what are you staring at?
They're here. Sigismund's army.
The only army here is the one-man army of Sir Hans Cape. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
But the gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck. Scallis is in flames. We're gonna die here.
You'll survive Scallis, and you'll survive this. Come on.
Bianca.
Come on.
Father?
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else in
Father!
the trunk. Go to the
Easy,
castle.
Henry.
Hurry.
What about you?
Are you
My
mad?
mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to Sir Roger.
Christ's sake.
If anything happens, he'll take
Come
care of you.
on.
He knows me.
Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see.
좋아서 그래. 사실 네가 다 구워입어가지고.
Henry, focus.
Take me away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
No.
Please. There's nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run. No.
Don't give in to it. Hang in there.
Run.
We'll make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further. Henry, wake up.
The linden tree. Just like Father always wanted.
No, we can't stop.
And Pa. I swear, I won't leave you.
Henry, snap out of it. Stay with me. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on. Hold on. We're here. We're here.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents.
That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whoresons.
Think against strong!
Hey, lad. Are you alive, lad?
scallops. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone. Who?
Who burned it to the ground?
Huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
무슨 일이 있었던 거죠?
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna and collapsed on the floor.
한스를 도와주시겠어요?
But you'll help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
이 정도는 괜찮습니다.
I've had worse. My shoulders stings a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better.
하루 만에?
I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot.
굉장히
God
친절하시군요.
reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushena's my name.
Well, I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
끔찍한 추락. 당신은 기적적으로 끔찍한 추락에서 살아남았으나 크나큰 부상으로 인해 주요 레벨, 기술 및 퍼 점수를 일부 잃었습니다. 일단 회복하여 이후의 게임을 통해 서서히 되찾는 방법밖에는 없습니다. 이렇게 스탯을 초기화한다고? 자, 출혈이 발생했습니다. 붕대를 사용해서 이렇게 출혈은 조치가 다 안 됐어? 더 써야 돼? 더 써야 되나? 왜 안 써져? 이게 뭐야? 아, 개수를 정하는 거야? 오케이. 내기를 써서 솥대서 먹는다. 또 전자유랑.
That's really good. So good I wouldn't say no to some more. Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
자. 몸을 씻으시죠. 나가야 되나? 여기 아니네. 물통 있다.
Ah, I feel like a new man.
맞아. 튜닉. 죽은 개자식. 획득한다. 횃불, 후드, 엠비스, 허리띠, 어지의 바지, 신발 싹 다 벗겨. 팬티도 벗기지 말고. 그런데 모두 가야 돼. 후드, 엠비슨, 23, 튜닉 안 써도 되겠네. 주머니를 장착하면 물약과 음식을 넣을 수 있는 칸이 열립니다. 그 다음부터는 전투 중에도 빠르게 소모품을 사용할 수 있습니다. 벨트를 사용하면 무기, 방패와 탄약을 장착할 수 있는 칸의 수가 늘어납니다. 디아블로인데? 디아블로 시스템인데? 무기는 1, 2, 3, 4, 물약은 5, 6, 7, 8, 벨트는 B. 오케이. 바지, 신발 다 피가 묻었네. 한번 또 더 씻어야겠다. 찝찝하게. 뭐야, 모트가 아니잖아. 그롤러? 우리 모트 못 봤어? 좋아. 고제나한테 가볼까? 똥간. 웁스. 이렇게까지 디테일하게 해놨네. 자, 고제나 좋았습니다.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
약초에 대해서는 잘 압니다.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
저 자식을 묻어주고 약초를 캐오고 삽이 여기 안에 있으려나? 여기는 약점 만드는 곳이네. 삽이 어디 있다고? 여기 있다. 삽 챙기고. 자, 이 자식을 잡아가지고 맵이 얼마나냐? 오, 큰 것 같기도 하고. 시냇가로 시체를 냇가로 옮기시오. 아이, 오케이. 멧돼지. 멧돼지가 겁이 없어.
Ah, shit! Oh, my shoulder. Oh, this bastard's hard work.
땅을 판다.
You can't be in the ground soon enough.
대장한다. 뭐야? 생략됐어? 연출은 생략이야? 바빠서. 자, 가자. 일단 몸을 씻고 오늘 약초를 캐러 가자고. 어디 캐지? 무거워질 것 같으니까. 배고파? 잠깐만요. 벌써 배고파? 밥을 얼마 안 먹었구나. 숟갈밥. 2번 먹으면 아쉬우니까 한 숟갈만.
It's empty.
다 먹었다네. 자, 약초를 켜볼까요?
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
개그야 그거? 세이지 같은데. 오케이.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
좋아. 약초 캐는 거 빨라져서 좋네. 쐐기풀도 있어. 미리 풀어야지. 자, 그다음 캐모마일. 됐다.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
튜토리얼이니까 간단하지. 걔가 왜 짖지?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Slaughtered some knight and his company yesterday down by the pond. 2 of them fled and they must be hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about it?
무기도 일일이 다 장착해줘야 되는 거야? 뭐야? 왜? 왜 깜빡이지? 왜 깜빡이는 거야? 한 번 더 눌러줘야 되는구나. 슬롯을 결정해줘야 되니까.
Are you fellas?
We're from Lord von Berghoff, and we're looking for those murderers.
I know Lord von Burgo's people, and they've never seen you before.
Lord von Berghoff is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here. We're new.
All his people have wound rocks and shields with his colours.
For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. I'm the one asking the questions. And when I say we're from Berghoff, then we're from fucking Berghoff. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating you fellas from Cheleon, what got badly beaten up in a brawl in the tavern there yesterday.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Right at the time when we're looking for 2 battered murderers around here. Out with the truth, you old hag, or we'll torch the whole place under your feet.
I'm telling you the truth. I treated them and they went on their way. Go and ask Cheleon about them.
We'll see about that. Now move! I'll have a look inside.
Better not go in there. There's a fellow from Takov lying there with dysentery. Unless you'd like to be lying for weeks in a pool of bloody mucus that's coming out of you both ends at once.
Oi! All right then, we'll skip the search. But if you're lying, there'll be hell to pay. Cosley, you keep watch over there. I'll have a little look around.
이쪽으로 오면 오. 조용히 처치해야 되는데. 자, 여기 있다가 깍꿍 한번 해줘야지 오늘. 더 하나? 갔다 다시. 어딨어? 내가 해보겠다.
Hey, you! What do you want?
Second ground.
자식아, 어디가? 어디?
No! I don't want to die!
You horse
좋아, 미친놈은 갔다. 차. 이리와. 부상 정도에 따라서 이게 애들이 취하는 액션도 달라지네. 아, 죄송합니다. 또 살인을 저질렀군요, 제가. 죄송합니다.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know how much you heard. They came here saying they was from Lord von Burgo, and they was looking for 2 bandits that ambushed some knight yesterday. But for sure they wasn't von Burgo's people. They didn't even have his Waffenrocks. But they sure sounded keen to find you fellas.
Maybe they were from that band that followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
진실을 아실 자격이 있습니다.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you 2 the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
제가 약을 만들겠습니다.
All right, I'll try.
만드는 방법을 모릅니다.
But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it. Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove.
잠깐만요. 침대에서 저장이 안 돼 지금? 자, 연금술 시작.
First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
자, 포도주, 캐모마일 2움큼, 세이지 1움큼. 캐모마일을 넣고 모래시계 1번, 세이지를 갈아서 가마솥에 넣고 끓이지 않고 따라내면 된다. 캐모마일 2줌을 넣고 한번 끓이고 세이지를 갈아서 넣고 따라낸다. 오케이.
If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench.
작업대로. 자.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
영을 골라라. 포도주라 그랬지? 포도주 똑같네 이거.
So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
솥을 아래로 옮기시오.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
캐모마일이랑 세이지.
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
저도 할 줄 안다고요. 친절하시네. 캐모마일 1번, 2번.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass, so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
일단 아래로 내린 다음에 그다음에 모래시를 돌려야지. 약간 이 방식이 달라졌구나.
Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
오케이, 누나 완성했어요.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of them damn corpses what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
배고파. 과일을 얻었잖아. 얘네들을 처치하고 자라 그랬지? 잠깐, 자. 또 100개 먹어야지. 뭔가 서랍장 열쇠, 대장장도 붕대. 자, 다음. 또 한 명 어디 갔어? 오, 밀주, 배, 프레첼. 자, 가자 얘들아. 더 가야 돼? 여기까지? 또는 다시 원바이 원이다. 하나 옮기고 하나 먹고.
fuck.
불평하지 마. 걔 고된 일을 마친. 자, 다른. 그래도 시체인데 주우시오는 뭐야? 물건도 아닌데. 한 번에 이게 되나? 땅콩. 땅콩이 안 나와.
Fuck. This damn shoulder. Ooh.
자, 됐어. 뭐야, 귀여워. 돼지. 자, 씻고. 씻는 것도 씻는 건데 한번 씻고. 자, 이게 훨씬 낫고. 바지도 거의 똑같네. 오, 누빈 바지? 다른 건 할 거 없고. 그런 다음에 한 번 더 씻는 거 있으니까. 내구도인가? 내구도가 뭐가 많이 떨어져 있는데? 아, 이게 내구도가 33밖에 안 돼서 이렇게 뭔 얘기인지 알았고. 자, 이제 자면 됩니까? 드디어 세이브. 보여주지 글씨를. 아직까지 얼마나 자야 되는 거죠? 나 새벽 2시까지. 아우, 빨라서 좋다.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Ugh.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
And kill you.
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
테레사. 얼마나 예뻐졌을까?
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
테레사 눈이 왜 이래? 테레사.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep.
테레사인 줄 알았잖아.
Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
어제보다는 나아졌어.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you.
Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
뭐야 이거? 이런 거 왜 물어봐? 거짓말? 아름다운 처녀. 거짓말하기 싫은데. 검. 이스트반 토트. 복수를 해야지. 아니. 아버지. 우리 아버지. My father.
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
고마워. 잘 생각해볼게.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
자, 잠깐만. 일어나고. 퍽 포인트. 자, 퍽을 찍을 게 없잖아 지금. 힌트 알려줘. 저장 한 번 더 하고 싶어. 배고파. 할머니가 음식을 잘하셔. 빨리 가. 시간 못 보내네 지금. 오, 느낌 좋은데? 아침 분위기 좋아.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
이상해서 야불이 턴다고? 한스경이 꼬마니들에게 잡혔을 때.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Cumans?
잔인한 살인자들이에요.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands, the core of Sigismund's army, Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
이것도 다 얘기해야 돼? 저기 썰을 풀었으니까 다 해야겠지? 한스경이 화살을 맞았을 때.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it. You saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
그런데 그 괴한 놈은 어떻게 쓰러뜨리신 건가요?
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded. Emmerich won't be happy.
다른 사람들은요?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
그리고 보트를 데리러 가야 합니다.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
이상하게 들리실 거 압니다.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
오, 좋아. 사냥용 칼. 이걸 어디서 구하셨어요?
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
짤짤이까지.
hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like.
너무 비교되잖아.
Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have
two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Oh, different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
일단 가장 먼저 하는 거는 먼저 몸을 씻고 옷부터 갈아입죠.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
그럼 돈을 벌어야죠.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
어쩌자고. 맞아요.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
달래야지. 그들이 죽은 건 도련님 탓이 아닙니다.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pajanas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
음식 투정하지 말라고.
Cheers.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
I'd bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
들이대.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
말씀 중에 죄송한데, 연모 당신 어디서
I've
본것
seen
같은데?
you before.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
I thought we divided up fairly, but that tow rag only gave me the innards.
연못 얘기를 할 걸 그랬다. 한스 씻을 때 나 안 씻었어? 네. 자,
Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
이야기를 이어갑시다.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
아니 습격 연못에서 만났잖아.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
거기 도적단에 습격당했잖아. 우리가 당신을 구했어.
We saved you. Me and my lord there. You and some other women were attacked by bandits. You must remember that.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
화수는 안 될 것 같은데. 도대체 왜 모른 척하는 거야?
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
냄새 난대잖아.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
완전 천민 취급당하네.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
무슨 준비요?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
알았어요.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
알겠습니다. 좋아요. 하겠습니다.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
라타이에서 왔습니다. 우리는.
Ratai.
Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
결혼식에 대한 이야기를 들었습니다.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
But not right now. My belly would get in the way.
폰 베르고경도 결혼식에 참석하실까요?
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
세민이 누구죠?
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
결혼식은 어디서 열리나요?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
저도 결혼식에 갈 수 있을까요?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
친절하게 다 알려주시네. 자, 결혼식에 대해.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
여기 생활은 어떠세요?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
밑에
Truth to
있으시네.
tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
유감입니다. 먼저 해봐.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
어딜 가면 일자리를 구할 수 있을까요?
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then. But watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
그리고 이 주변에서 술집은 여기 한 곳뿐인가요?
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
자, 알겠습니다. 이제 포대를 어디로 옮길까요?
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
식료품 저장고는 어디 있죠?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
알겠습니다.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
혼자 해야 될 것 같은데. 사오실 것 같은데, 한스.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
뭐라도 생각해볼게.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
지금 도련님 몰골이 어떤지 알긴 하세요?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Let's try. 그냥 한번 해보세요.
Look, we're not in any position to pick and choose. So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
그냥 알겠습니다. 듣기가 힘들어지네. 코드는 그냥 저 혼자 나갈게요.
I understand. I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks, even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
자, 코드를 나가라는 거지.
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
두 번째 분이랑 그랬잖아. 이 사람 뭐야? 취했어. 걸쭉하게 취했는데. 이거 너무 현실적이잖아, 아저씨. 뭐야 이거? 땅에 뭘 주는 거야? 피리? 갑자기 피리 쪽에서 피리 분다고? 어디야? 잠깐만. 어디? 여기가 저자고?
life treating you?
Not too bad.
그러겠지?
I'd have to split myself in two.
혼자 하라고? 이게 아닌 것 같은데? 맞아? 아닌데? 잘못 들어왔다. 아, 요 안쪽? 여기? 이제 하나 원. 난리 났다고. 얼굴 한 대 맞았나?
Yeah, the place by the Zherovka stream.
One beer.
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief
Deal.
again?
You could say
Go
that.
ahead and tell
They found a
fans of
dead
fashion,
body
too.
stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding.
한스
Who was
좋냐?
it?
Some vagabond.
God
꺼내?
rest his soul.
Hello? And get this. Miller
혼자
says he was in the water.
Did you hear about what Bailey?
아무리 귀종이라 그래도 쥐봐 씨
Great price.
뒤돌아다니는 것 봐 씨.
What a waste of money.
Did you hear that the king himself?
세 개 더.
What did I do to you?
That was our
king
company.
commands. The subjects have to obey, don't they?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the
이게
clothes?
왜 이래?
By any chance?
Why the fuck doesn't
방
anyone
취해서
believe
난리야.
us?
Think of it,
Maybe
it was him
because
who
you've
told
got
me.
no way of
왜 이래, 얘?
proving it.
We lost.
Hold up.
Every.
Am I supposed to?
What is that to understand?
뭐해?
What if you're one of those bad
One beer, please.
and you're
what?
up to no good? We should
I'll
take
drink to
a
that.
어이 뭐야? 이거 빨리 끝내야겠다. 저 또 한수범 사고 치겠는데? 아직 두 개 남았어.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
맞는 말이긴 한데. 진정하세요. Calm down.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
그만해요. 사과해.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh no! Reinforcements! I'm so scared! Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now!
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Daddy, some typhoid.
아 뭐야? 집단으로 이런다.
You fucked up.
스태미나.
Nice
야,
hit.
몇 명이 오는 거야? 죽어.
Yeah, no sparing.
난 한 놈만 패.
You want to try me?
Light him up!
한 놈만 패.
Take that.
방해하지 말랬지.
Guys, here! I'll rip your ass open!
스태미나.
Hey! Now you fucked up!
Wanker!
Nice strike!
한 놈.
Shame on you!
다음 누구야? 뭐야? 시스템이 여전하네.
Come on! I'm winded.
Nice strike! Greetings to the devil!
대화한다? 대화하고 있구나.
No match for us, fucker! No one's... Let him have it! Wanker! And us? Yeah!
뭐.
You're facing a nobleman! Scheiße! You won't get me!
Come on then!
I'm hit! Now you're Hello?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
거지들을 잡고.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh, yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
제정신 바뀐 거 적군요.
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
도련님을 지키던 것 뿐이었어요.
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
그만 싸웁시다. 네, 그만해요.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
너무하시네. 화해한다. 그래도.
That's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
점점 진정이 안 돼. 다음날 하자. 하루를 이러고 버틴다고?
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Go!
니들이 뭘 할 수 있어 지금?
Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines.
여기서 찢어져?
I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
원하던 바다.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
헨리도 화가 많이 나는데. 자, 이제 할 수 있어. 재화평판. 모든 행동에는 상응하는 결과가 따릅니다. 범죄를 저지르면 주변의 세계와 사람들이 이에 반응합니다.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here.
날 찾는데? 잠깐만. 일단은 세이브하고 세이비어